What up, folks? It's your boy Dash back again with another word of the day. Y'all pardon me. I just finished working out, so I am exhausted and I'm scruffy. I promise y'all I'm gonna cut my hair eventually. I don't know when. But anyway, today's word is a word, it's another action word. You know, it's one of them things that we have to do. No. We have to do, but we need to do. And that word is persevere. You know, and that word persevere is something that we need to do in multiple facets of life. But of course, in this one, I'm referring to the spiritual sense. So, let's get it started. Three things, three facts, points, if you will, about perseverance. But the word is persevere. Anyway, we need struggle to persevere. We need struggle. See, because, why do I say that? Because in struggle, that's where we learn to persevere. See, because if everything is right in life and everything is good, when bad happens, and it inevitably will, then how are you prepared? That's why each part of life where you reach difficulty, you get better for the next part. You know, it feels crazy while you're in it, but when it comes again, because again, nobody goes through hard stuff in life just once. That's not realistic. So as you go through it, each time you get better at it. So Romans 5:3 says, and we are also happy with the troubles we have. We should be, at least. We aren't all. Why are we happy with the troubles? Because we know that these troubles make us more patient, thus persevere. These troubles help us persevere. It makes us more patient and makes us more able to go through it the next time around, whenever it comes again, because it comes again. You know, life is a seasons. It's put together in seasons, so to speak, and each season is a different one. You know, you have good seasons, you have bad seasons, like my Steelers are having right now, but that's another story. But James 1:3 says, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. The testing of your faith, faith, not face. The testing of your faith builds perseverance. Because, again, why does it build perseverance? For one, it's the testing of your faith, because at the beginning of it, or, you know, not at the beginning of it, because at the beginning of it, you might not even realize that this is the season that you're about to enter. But in the middle of it, because the middle is where it is. That's where the realness gets. That's where the struggle comes in, really in the middle. And then that middle part is where the faith is really tested, because that's where those questions come about as to, okay, why am I going through this? Or what am I supposed to do to get out of it? Or who do I need? Or what do I need? Or where should I go? Or what should I put my energy towards? And it brings you perseverance, because now once you get out of it, you can sit back and say, one, God brought me out of it. Two, I was able to get out of it. You know, I was able to use the strength that God gave me. See, because God gives everybody strength, but everybody doesn't use it for the right thing. It's choices, you know. Life is also a cycle of choices. And if you make the wrong ones, you get the wrong outcome. That's just what it is. But moving forward, what we have to persevere is minor in comparison to Jesus. Now, that is a tidbit for you to be able to keep in mind, so when you are going through a struggle, you can remember Hebrews 12:2. We must never stop looking at Jesus. We must never. That's what I mean. Keep it in your mind. He is the leader of our faith, and our faith is in him because he was sent. And he is the one who makes our faith complete. He suffered death on the cross, but he accepted the shame of the cross as if it were nothing, because of the joy he could see waiting for him. And that joy is our salvation. And now he is sitting at the right side of God's throne. Think about that. Jesus persevered through death. Took it like nothing. Yeah, of course, in it, there were struggles for him. Jesus struggled. So don't think less of yourself for struggling. Don't think less of yourself for struggling, okay? So, Jesus persevered through death. No human, none of us can do that. Because once how many of us are going to make the choice to die? Like, realistically speaking, I know it's a lot of us that say, I will die for Jesus, I will do. But realistically, when it's time, that moment comes, who going to fold and who going to stand 10 toes down? Really, like, ask yourself that. See, because if you're going to say that you would die for Jesus, then it shouldn't be so hard to not do, it shouldn't be so hard to at least try to put maximum effort into walking a life of righteousness. So if you have struggles with that, then you're going to have a struggle with the idea of dying for Christ. Just the fact. Anyway, Ephesians 5:2 says, live a life of love. Love others just as Christ loved us. And that's the first part, but this is the part I'm getting to. He gave himself for us, a sweet-smelling offering and sacrifice to God. Think about that. He gave himself, again, persevere through death. He made the choice. I'm going to do, because, Jesus was God in human form. So that means that Jesus could have got off of that cross. Could have killed everybody there. It would have been over with for him. But he made a decision to persevere through death for us. So I think we do owe him at least loving each other, at least, because he loved us enough to die. So I don't think that we should have the hate in our heart to be able to hate someone that much when we know that there is a person who died for us. Anyway, moving forward, persevere to the end and reap God's promise. Now, persevering through the end, yes, it's going to be hard. As Christians, we fight. We fight daily. And whether it's another person involved or not, we fight daily. We fight daily. And we fight ourselves. That's what we fight daily, ourselves. We fight the things that we naturally want to do and push through that to get to the things that we should do spiritually. Hebrews 10:36 says, you need to persevere so that when you have done the will of God, you will receive what he has promised. When you have done the will of God. And in the will of God, there is perseverance. In fact, walking in the will of God will make perseverance a little easier. It'll make you make persevering a little easier because you'll have peace in it. You will have a purpose in it. See, a lot of people persevere through things just to get through it. And that's cool. It builds some strength in you. It does. But then you have nothing to show for it. I mean, I don't know. That makes sense to me. But anyway, Romans 2:7 says, some people live for God's glory, for honor, and for life that cannot be destroyed. They live for those things by always continuing to do good. God will give eternal life to them. Now, the promise is the promise. God will give eternal life to them. But let me speak to always the always continuing to do good. Now, when it says always, let's think about what always means. That means in every single scenario, whether good, whether bad, always do good. Somebody did you wrong, do good. Somebody hurt one of your family members, do good. Somebody stole from you, do good. You're not happy today, do good. You're angry today, do good. You're sad today, do good. Depression is trying to creep up, do good. Always do good. Persevere. That's perseverance. That's persevering. In all of those adverse situations, do good. And again, I'm not saying this like it's easy. It's not. It's not. But it's easier than hell. I know that's a stretch. I know that's an extreme, but it's honest and it's truthful. Persevering on earth is a lot easier than hell. Yeah, when you're in it, it feels like hell. It's not, though. It's really not. You don't feel no lava on your skin. Pay attention, guys, because this is very, very, very important. This is something that you have to do. You're going to persevere through something in life. Might as well make it for Christ, right? Dash out. Love y'all.